Let me get this straight. You have the opportunity to replace a 33-year-old 6'7" defensive-minded wing who is a former Finals MVP with another 6'6" defensive-minded wing who just won Finals MVP at 27 years old, and you pass on him for his Celtics teammate who's a 6'4" guard that just turned 30. What?
How do you feel about the USA team right now, bro?
What you mean?
Why aren't you there? Do you feel away?
I don't really got no comment. You know what I mean?
No, come on, home team. Come on, bro.
I got my beautiful day right there. So.
He's trying to deflect, ladies and gentlemen, and she's a stepper.
How does it feel to have support from so many NBA fans that think that you should be on Team USA?
It feels great to have support, and one day I'll share my story. People don't have all the information in the world that they would like to know. It just feels great to be here at the ESPYs and to be holding up to Larry O'Brien.
Pause. So what is Jaylen Brown's side of the story that we don't have all the information about yet? Well, while I'm not about to speak for the man and claim that I know that answer spot on, through the power of research, I'm here today to present a case that will hopefully answer a lot of unanswered questions. And this case starts with the one party we know for sure that Brown believes had a hand in keeping him off Team USA, and that's Nike. After Derrick White was named Kawhi Leonard's injury replacement on Team USA's 2024 Olympic roster, Jaylen Brown tweeted out two cryptic subtweets at USA Basketball within hours of each other, with one of them directly at Nike. Brown would follow these tweets up the very next day with another subtweet saying, "I'm not afraid of you or your resources."
Were you surprised to be left off Team USA, and what was your reaction to that when it happened?
I wasn't surprised, but my reaction was fun. I was happy for D. White. It's dope to have so much of like our guys on there, so I was happy for those guys, but I wasn't surprised.
You tweeted at Nike. What was that about? Do you think they had any role in you being left off?
I do for sure. It'll be more stuff to come with that, but as of now, I'm not gonna comment on it.
Yeah. JB is doubling down on his tweets, and his beef with Nike is one that's been active for years. So after watching this video, you tell me, is Jaylen Brown right about Nike keeping him off of Team USA? Or is it for another reason that he didn't make the team? Alright, let's pause for a quick shout out to Rakuten, who is not sponsoring this video by the way. They're just the #1 option for cashback with online shopping. I use Rakuten whether it's through the website or the app every time I shop online, and I have a link in the description down below. Now, I'm completely transparent. This is an affiliate link. I will get credit if you go to this link, but most importantly, you will get credit because when you spend $30, you'll get $30 back, and whatever store that you're shopping at, depending on the cashback that they're giving right now, you'll get that percentage back as well. It's legit. I've used this for years. Think about it like this. Support my channel through the link by buying whatever you want online. That's a pretty good deal, right? Let's get back to the video. So I know the Rakuten spot that just played featured Nike shoes, and I admit, this is a bit awkward. But like I said in the spot, you can support my channel by buying anything you want online, and Rakuten offers hundreds of stores, so it doesn't have to be from Nike, and honestly, you may not want it to be from Nike after this video. Jaylen Brown began his pro career as an Adidas athlete, but when that contract was up, his sneaker free agency period saw him lace up the swoosh routinely, and most notably on basketball's biggest stage in the 2022 NBA Finals against the Warriors, where he rocked a number of different Kobe 6s. Now for many hoopers out here, I mean, this is the dream, right? To have the ability to grab any pair of Kobe's that you want and lace them up to hoop. But one thing that has always been true about Jaylen Brown is that the man has absolutely no hesitation to blaze his own trail in life. From committing to Cal and immediately enrolling in graduate level courses as a freshman, to become the youngest VP of the NBA Players Union, to being named an MIT Media Lab Fellow, to becoming the youngest person ever to lecture at Harvard, Brown is quite literally built different. To say the man is smart would be an accurate understatement. JB is incredibly well-rounded, and the reason I even mention all this is because it factors into why his beef began with Nike. Brown has always been an innovator. Before the start of the 2022 finals, he signed with Donda Sports and looked forward to a bright future with them, well, before Kanye went off the rails. But his whole goal in even signing this type of deal was to
build and create
and do things that I've always imagined I wanted to do on the court and off. So I think it's a beautiful collaboration, and I'm excited.
The opportunities that Brown would get with a newer company would far outweigh what he could do as just another Nike athlete. But this wasn't the main reason for his beef with the swoosh. After the 2023 All-Star Weekend in Salt Lake City, I posted a video on how Kyrie Irving and Jaylen Brown flamed Nike after the company dropped Irving from the brand in late 2022. I'll leave a link to that video in the upper right-hand corner of the screen and down in the description. But anyway, Kyrie's suspension from the Brooklyn Nets, handed down by owner Joe Tsai, and dismissal from Nike, where he was a signature athlete, were events that sought to further tarnish Irving's image in the public eye. But there was one man that clearly spoke against the punishment that Kai was receiving, and that one man was none other than Irving's former Celtics teammate Jaylen Brown, who called out Nets owner Joe Tsai by saying,
"It takes 10 minutes of time to see who, these business owners, corporations, etc., who they're associated with, who they're doing business with, and who they're affiliated with."
And when it came to Nike founder Phil Knight saying that Kyrie, quote, stepped over the line by sharing a link on Twitter to a film deemed anti-Semitic, Brown responded with the statement, "Since when did Nike care about ethics?" And that wasn't even close to all that Brown had to say, as his beef with Nike was on full display. During the 2023 All-Star Weekend in Salt Lake City, Brown rocked Kobe 5s with the messaging, "Just do better," and "Liberation," custom designed onto the shoes. And as we arrive at the Kawhi Leonard injury replacement decision by USA Basketball about a year and a half later, this display by Brown at All-Star Weekend was something that Nike could use to blackball him from the roster. But before we get there, I just want to say real quick that no matter what brands y'all like to rock, you're welcomed here at this channel. So if you enjoy this type of deep dive basketball content, go ahead and leave a like on this video to let me know about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications, stay locked into everything we got going around here. And you know what? Leave your feedback in the comments down below. Do you think Brown is onto something here?
I've been a big fan of Derrick's. Obviously, he just won a championship. And so have someone who can come in and play off of guys, be complimentary to some others, but then also stand out and be a dynamite defensive player, knock down shots, just impact winning. And he's also been a part of the program, was on the 2019 World Cup team. And I think that was also a point of emphasis. We wanted experience. We wanted guys who've been through this and understand that FIBA is different. So
wait, we're going to stop it right there. Grant Hill, I got a lot of respect for you as a former player and as a commentator, but there's a few things you said here that we need to talk about.
And so have someone who can come in and play off of guys, be complimentary to some others.
Jaylen Brown has been doing that his entire career in Boston.
But then also stand out and be a dynamite defensive player.
Jaylen Brown is Boston's best defender next to Drew Holiday.
Knock down shots.
Jaylen Brown does that.
Just impact winning.
Jaylen Brown just won Finals MVP.
And he's also been a part of the program, was on the 2019 World Cup team.
Jaylen Brown was literally on that exact same team as well. Once again, can someone help me understand why the replacement for Kawhi Leonard, who's basically a younger version of Kawhi in a sense, and meets all the above criteria that we just heard Hill talking about, was left off the roster? From a pure basketball perspective, it just doesn't make sense. But what happens when Brown's ongoing beef with Nike gets brought up to the managing director of USA Basketball?
Well, for a good portion of my career, I wore FIBA. That was supposed to be a joke. Didn't play right. No, look, I mean, we're proud of our partners, obviously, at USA Basketball, but this is about putting together a team. And I'm glad you kind of brought that up, because I think just overall, you have incredible interest from an abundance of talent that we have here in the United States. And I've talked a little bit about when we've assembled this roster. You can't, you got 12 spots and you have to build a team. And one of the hardest things is leaving people off the roster that I'm a fan of, that I look forward to watching throughout the season, throughout the playoffs. Guys who've been finals MVPs, guys who've been a part of the program, guys who've won gold medals, guys who I respect, admire, and enjoy watching. But the responsibility that I have is to put together a team, and a team that complements each other, a team that fits, a team that will give us the best opportunity for success. And so, whatever theories that might be out there, they're just that. But that's my responsibility, and it's tough. It's tough to, have conversations, tell people that they're not on the team. And so I know I talked about that in the past, but I just think that speaks in general. Like I'm trying to win, and I'm trying to put together the right pieces that fit and give us a chance to win.
Yeah, Grant Hill, once again, I like you. I think you've assembled an all-time team here. But like this comment says, spoke like a politician, said a bunch of nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of being the managing director of the USA Basketball men's national team, where you say something without really saying something. You know what I'm saying? Answers like this further fuel the fire to Jaylen Brown's claim that Nike had something to do with keeping him off of Team USA. But what about the counter argument that there's no top-level execs at Nike who kept Brown off the team just because he's publicly opposed the brand in recent years? What if Team USA chose Derrick White as the replacement because he simply fits into the 12th man role better than a guy who just won Finals MVP? Or what about the fact that before Kawhi was replaced, Team USA's roster consisted of 4 players that were non-Nike signature athletes, including Kawhi himself, who's the face of New Balance. In fact, 2 of them will likely be starters in Steph Curry, the face of Under Armour, and Joel Embiid, the face of Skechers. Yes, Skechers has a signature basketball sneaker line now. So, watch out, retirement complexes. Grandpa's lacing them up again, and he's showing no mercy. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the non-Nike signature athletes on Team USA also includes a guy who may not start, but for sure will get a lot of minutes off the bench, in Anthony Edwards, who's the face of Adidas. Kawhi was replaced by Derrick White, a guy who regularly rocks the swoosh on the court, but it's not like USA Basketball assembled a team comprised entirely of Nike athletes in the first place just because they are sponsored by the company. But of course, the elephant in the room is still there, and it's Jaylen Brown's side of the story. And while we wait for that for now, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is JB right about Nike keeping him off of Team USA, or is it for another reason that he didn't make the team? Sound off in the comments with your take, and I'll be reading and replying to y'all's responses. And I'll be back with another episode of Topic Tackle coming soon. As always, stay solid, people.